A multinational manufacturer recently exported €5 million worth of automotive components under a free trade agreement, expecting a 0% import tariff. 6 months later, customs authorities conducted a post-clearance audit. The company could not produce valid supplier declarations to prove that the raw materials used in their components met the specific regional value content requirements. As a result, the customs authorities invalidated their preferential treatment, hitting the company with a massive retroactive tax bill and severe compliance penalties. The entire profit margin of the international contract was wiped out because of a simple misunderstanding of one core concept: the rules of origin. Welcome to Customs Manager. Today, we are providing a comprehensive, practical guide on navigating the highly complex rules of origin within 3 major free trade agreements: the pending EU-Mercosur Agreement, the Modernized EU-Mexico Agreement, and the upcoming UK-India FTA. If your business relies on free trade agreements to remain competitive, understanding the practical consequences of these origin rules is absolutely critical for your procurement, finance, and logistics teams. Free trade agreements are designed to eliminate or significantly reduce tariffs between participating nations. However, these financial benefits are not automatically applied to every product that crosses the border. To prevent third-party countries from using the agreement as a backdoor to avoid tariffs, every FTA contains strict rules of origin. These rules determine the economic nationality of a product. For your goods to qualify for 0 or reduced tariffs, they must be considered originating. This generally means they must either be wholly obtained within the partner countries, or they must undergo a substantial transformation. Let us look at the practical implications across the 3 major agreements currently reshaping global supply chains. First, the EU-Mercosur Free Trade Agreement. This agreement between the European Union and the Mercosur bloc, comprising Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, and Uruguay, represents one of the largest free trade areas in the world. For European importers and exporters, the rules of origin here are highly specific, particularly in the agricultural, automotive, and machinery sectors. If you are manufacturing machinery in the EU to export to Brazil, you cannot simply assemble cheap imported parts from Asia and claim EU origin. The EU-Mercosur Agreement utilizes strict product-specific rules. Your compliance team must accurately calculate the maximum allowance of non-originating materials. This requires an exhaustive bill of materials audit to ensure that the value of foreign components does not exceed the threshold set by the agreement. Second, we have the Modernized EU-Mexico Global Agreement. The European Union and Mexico have traded under a previous agreement for over 2 decades, but the modernized framework introduces crucial updates to customs procedures and origin certification. One of the most significant practical shifts is the move toward self-certification. Under the modernized rules, approved or registered exporters will be able to declare the origin of their goods directly on the commercial invoice, phasing out older, government-issued certificates like the EUR1. While this reduces administrative waiting times, it massively increases the legal liability on your business. If your finance team issues a statement on origin without holding the correct, verified supplier declarations on file, you are committing customs fraud. Finally, let us examine the upcoming UK-India Free Trade Agreement. As the United Kingdom negotiates its independent trade policy, the agreement with India presents massive opportunities for the technology, manufacturing, and textile sectors. However, the rules of origin in this agreement are expected to be heavily scrutinized to prevent transshipment. For UK businesses importing manufactured goods or textiles from India, you must secure absolute transparency from your Indian suppliers. You will need to prove the exact processing operations that took place in India. A simple change of tariff heading may not be sufficient for certain sensitive products. A specific regional value content or a combination of processing rules may be enforced. So, how does a corporate supply chain team practically manage these complex requirements and avoid post-clearance audits? You must implement a proactive origin management strategy. First, you must conduct a precise tariff classification. Rules of origin are dictated by the harmonized system code of your finished product. If your initial HS code classification is incorrect, your entire origin calculation will be legally invalid. Second, you must secure your supply chain data. Your procurement team must legally bind your Tier 1 and Tier 2 suppliers to provide accurate, signed supplier declarations. You must have documentary evidence proving where every raw material was sourced before you issue a statement of origin. Third, if you are unsure whether your manufacturing process qualifies as a substantial transformation, you must eliminate the risk by applying for binding origin information from customs authorities. This provides absolute legal certainty and protects your company from future audits. Navigating the product-specific rules of the EU-Mercosur, EU-Mexico, and UK-India agreements requires highly specialized compliance knowledge. Operating on assumptions will lead to detained cargo and severe financial penalties. At Customs Manager, our core business is providing the consulting, training, and actionable trade intelligence you need to secure your supply chain. We can help you conduct a comprehensive bill of materials audit, verify your supplier declarations, and ensure your business maximizes FTA savings while remaining fully compliant. If you found this masterclass helpful, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an essential trade update. If you have specific questions about how rules of origin affect your products, or if you need strategic consulting on free trade agreements, book a free expert call with our team today using the link in the description. And finally, to access our exclusive actionable trade intelligence and stay ahead of every regulatory change in global customs, sign up for a 30-day free trial at www.customsmanager.info. Thank you for watching. Secure your supply chain data, verify your origins, and we will see you in the next video.